It's finally time to crack the nut and see what the mother tree's been making. Hello again, Monkey here, and today in the Lands of Zankar, episode 43, what are we doing? Well, if you look behind me, I do believe the nut is finally done. Yes, the mother tree has been growing this thing over the last month or so, and now, as you can see, it's got little cracks in it, and I believe it's time to open it up and see what's inside. And I know some of you are highly anticipating that, and some of you probably don't care in the slightest, but it is time to get it done. So, let's hop into a super fast time lapse and get this thing cracked open. And there you have it. This is what the mother tree has been working on for the past month or so. She was making her very own crystal. And of course, this is the crystal that shall be powering all of the other crystals in the area. And that is why all of these jungle people are even here. Is because of this crystal right here that the mother tree is making. And I believe it's done. I believe this crystal is fully formed. And it's purple, which is interesting. None of the other districts are purple, so I don't know. I always thought purple was royalty, but I guess some other trees royalty? I don't know. So, that mystery is solved. On to the next thing, which, of course, is going to be the dragons. Now, I don't have an ender chest. I'm going to have to go grab one. I never have an ender chest when I want one. But it is time to give the winnings to the winners here, and we have had a one late entry right here. This is Mr. Jackal Wolf's. I allowed him to go a little bit longer because he's very new to the server. And this is his yellow dragon head, which has a bit of orange in it, but I like it. It has some really cool textures. So let's go get an ender chest, and I'm going to grab camera count so we can really get a good look at these without me flying all over the place. And we're going to judge them and give them their rewards, and everyone can come get the rewards at the end. And yeah, this is really cool. I'm super excited, So here we are in our camera account and looking at all of these different builds. And first off, guys, great job. You guys, all of you did a great job, even though you may not think that you've got all that talent and everything. You know, the best way to get better at something, I always tell people, is to practice and to do it. And just reaching out of your comfort zone and trying something new, good job. Good job. So we're going to take this in order of what was the easiest to the most difficult choice. And that's basically how many there were built in each color. And purple only had the one, right? Actually, no. Purple had two. And this right here is the one that was done on the server, and it is very pretty. I love the colors. I love the textures. I love the use of all of this stuff. And I have a hard time not choosing this. But it was topped. It was topped. And even on my video that came out, Jalushko said that the one that Hava made was amazing. So let's hop over and take a look at that. And here is the Hava purple head, and I can't show it to you on the server because this is of course using 1.16 blocks. It's using the crying obsidian, it's using the blackstone bricks, even the chains, all this different stuff is 1.16 exclusive. But of course there's a lot of 1.15 before stuff in here, but this thing is absolutely beautiful. And if I change the time to night, it really just pops and it just comes alive, and I love it. It's really pretty. So Hava wins the purple head dragon. We're now going to move on to the green headed dragon, and there were only two of those. We have the Hava right here, which she went with a very grass and earthy type of build. And then over here is Julushko's, which she went with more of the prismarine and from the depths of the ocean. I mean, I can imagine this being like algae that's stuck on the, and seaweed that's stuck on the dragon. And man, that's a lot of horns. But I really like this use of ridge horns here. And, you know, it was a tough decision. But in the end, Julushko wins the green dragon head. And it looks really beautiful. I do like it. I don't know. It just really speaks to me. It growls a lot, actually. But, yeah. The next one we're going to look at is the blue one. And we have a Julushko with a blue. We have the Hava with the blue. And we have a Steampunk Miner with the blue. Yes, these two right here are Steampunk Miners. AI Murden did not feel like participating. And we'll start right here since we're here. This thing got a lot bigger than my one over there. It's pretty. I like his use of the glass, and a lot of different colors went into it. And it's really, really nifty. I like it. It's very big, though. And then here is Hava's, and she went with a lot of dark prismarine, which is really greenish in color, which kind of made me lean away from hers. But also, I like these kind of like gill things that she's got coming off the sides. They look really neat. And then over here to Julushko's. She's got a lot more actual blues in it, but she does use the dark prismarine as kind of the front area. And for this one was a little bit harder to decide. Like I said, they're all going to be a little bit harder as we go on. But this one is actually, I'm going to call it a split between Julushko and Hava, mainly because I really like this that Hava used on the side with the ice and then the prismarine. And if we put that over here on Julushko's, I think it would really just kind of tie the whole thing together. So, yep, split between the two of them. So, going to be 8 blocks of gold for each. Moving on from the blue is yellow. So, for yellow, right here we have Hava's with a lot of wool used. Let's see, this is like quartz and sandstone. A lot of terracotta and concrete, it looks like. Looks very nice. And then here is Jackal Wolf's, and he pulled in more of the orange palette for the yellow, tying in the wool, and then, of course, the honeycombs, and then more orange wool. Went with red horns, which is kind of a cool accent color. And then over here, this is Dream Shizo's yellow dragon head, and definitely went with more of the sandstone and birch. And then with the horns staying in, I think this is concrete, and a little bit of honey at the top. I like the little accent of honey at the top. It's very nice. Of course, his fences are going to look different than mine because I do have the Gat Pack on. But I think it looks really nice. And in the end, out of the three, this was a really hard decision. Oh, man. That's the one thing I don't like about doing build-offs like this, is deciding at the end. But in the end, I did like Hava's just a slight bit better than Dream's. Not a huge amount, but I like his colors. And I did like Jackal's, but in the end, I think it had to be Hava's. And moving on from yellow is, of course, the red. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And we'll start right over here with Dream Shizo's. And this is beautiful. I really like it. Wow, I didn't even notice the tongue before. That's really cool looking with that, was that nether wart blocks in there? And the lava eyes are really cool. They really help it come alive. And then this one right here is Mr. Mangamad's, and it looks very nice. It's very clean. Not a lot of different textures used. And then he went with the contrasting color of yellow for the horns, which is opposite of what Jackal did, which is really cool. This right here is a Tenrose, which of course he has the blinking dragon, and he pulled a lot of different colors into this area, and then I like the red nether brick in this area, kind of covering the face. It reminds me of which one was it over here? Was it Julushko's with the covering on the front? I don't remember which one it was, but I like that kind of. You know, it's kind of like a shielded plate on the front. And there I am standing there watching. So that's really nice. And then over here is Mr. Steampunk Miners, and it got quite big, as his other one did. But he pulled in the oranges into his red build. And this really reminds me of like a Chinese dragon. And it looks really cool. I like his eyes. Those look really, really intense. And then this looks like kind of like whiskers coming off. Looks really neat. And then back here is Hava's. And she used fire for the eyes, which really help it to light up. And it looks like maybe redstone blocks behind it. You get a little bit of a red sparkle back there. And then she pulled in... I mean, it's just a lot of the nethery stuff, of course, which is a lot of red. But then... Oh, is that like... Oh, that is red coral. That's really cool. I thought I saw water dripping there to keep that alive. Very neat. Oh, and then lanterns at the top. Ooh. Pretty. So in the end, out of those 5 builds, which all of them were very amazing, I think it's a hardest decision. There's so many of them. I think I'm going to go with Tenro's build. Now I might pull in 1 or 2 other elements. I think this area looks a little bit too plain, so we might pull in something from maybe Hava's and add some more nether wart blocks into there. But his use of the redstone lamps for eyes looks really nice. It probably won't be blinking just because that gets noisy, but I like the little touch that he put in there. But congratulations to all of you guys. You guys really did a great job. All of these look fantastic. And I will be putting your blocks in front of the dragons, and you can come collect your winnings. And yeah, that looks amazing. All right, back into my own body now, and let's put down the wallet and get some gold out. So each one of these, of course, gets a block of gold, and then the winners will get a little bit more. So this one is going to get the 16. So I'm going to give them their money, and then we'll hop back and we'll move on to some other stuff. There you are. There's all the gold, and this one right here is the Hava Purple Dragon stand-in. So there is Hava's winnings for that one. And once again, guys, great job. Now I want to put this money away in here, and we're going to head over to the Industrial District, where I've actually been doing quite a bit of work. I've been cleaning up all of this area, and this is a little park area that I put in. Added a bunch more roads going in this area, and of course this is what I want to be doing all over the entire base, is these walkways and roads. See you later, Jackal. And roads heading into the different farms and the different builds. And I finally decided to start covering up some of the builds, or some of the farms with some builds. So this right here is the pumpkin and melon farm. We need to add a few more vines in this area. But we added an on-off switch to the very top, and it's kind of hidden in here, which is really neat. So now there, it's off. And then right here, this popped up. This used to be the bamboo farm, which was sitting right here. And we've got 4 of them over there. But we changed it over. And Mr. Z changed it over into a sugarcane farm. And this is a very, very cool design. I'm trying to remember right now. I can't think of whose design it was, but I'll put a link to the description. I put a link to it down in the description so you guys can see it. This is a lossless sugarcane farm, which is really cool. And we don't need a ton of sugarcane, but this is good. And I like the way this build turned out too. I like the dark colors. It looks very industrial. It looked a lot more industrial before I started working on it. Z put part of this together, and then I kind of cleaned it up. Looks really nice. And then if we come up to this top here, I can't come up to the top, can I? Nope. I'm in between. I didn't think I could do that. On top of it, Mr. Z has constructed a what's it called? A new bamboo farm. Yep. So he's going to be putting it on top of here, and he come with it of his own design. And I can't wait till he starts working on that. But I'll probably be putting out a video on it, showing you guys how to build it yourselves. And it is a tileable design. Probably going to be coming out on a Friday sometime, and it's going to be very cool. And he's going to start building that on top, so this is going to just get even taller, which is really neat. But yeah, I think this is going to look great. And then in these areas where it's just grass, it's going to become more parkland. Although in this one, I think I'm going to sink it down in by a block, and I think that might look cool. Yeah, or it might just stay where it is. I don't know. I'm figuring this stuff out as I go. But everything's looking great. The old raid farm is gone. The new one is in place and working beautifully. Thanks, Mr. Mumbo, for covering last episode. And who left this thing on? Shame on you. But this thing works absolutely wonderfully. And down here, of course, is the drop. And that's where all the stuff is collected and sent over to the base. And yeah, just working absolutely great. And if you guys didn't notice in that video where the puppet guys, the puppeteer has struck. And they are kind of cute looking. So yeah, that is that. I should probably head over to the shopping district. There's been some changes there. I'll have to check on bunny bites, and then we'll have to see if we made any gold, and then we'll head back here for... I have one more thing I want to get accomplished in the jungle today. I noticed this in my video. Derp Repair Shop. Derp Repair Shop. Let's change that to a jungle XP shop. How's that? Much better, much better. And let's see how it's doing. I did add the experience bottles in 8 ingots. Very nice. We have 9 repair tokens left, so we're going to have to get a few more of those. Which they're underground. I just need to get them back and fill up more XP. That's very nice. Unfortunately, there were absolutely no buy-ins at the little bunny shop this week, so guess we're not going to have a running. Oh well. I wonder if it's too expensive. I wouldn't think so. Diamond block's not that bad. So let's see what else. Oh, I was going to say, I haven't checked over here. Mr. Steam / AI Murden's flower and dye build. I supply the wither roses for it, so he gives me a cut of the profits, and ooh, there we go. There we go. Put that back in here. You can fill that back up. No problem at all there. Quick run through my shop. See if I've collected anything. 1 lonely gold ingot in the Jungle Pearl shop. Jungle Irony shop always has business. 11 ingots here. At the Witchy Ways shop, we have 19 gold ingots, and we do need to restock. We're out of redstone blocks, observers, repeaters, comparators, and dispensers. Okay, that's quite a bit to put in here. Okay, I have to go grab that stuff. Also, we're changing the buy-in price at the Bunny Bites to 1 stack of food. That sounds like a very interesting buy-in. I like it. House is going to stay on the White Rabbit, and we will see what comes next week. So the main thing that I wanted to get accomplished today is I am wanting to make a beacon bacon shop in the server, but we only have the beacons. I need the bacon. So out here in the residential area, oh great, it's raining. That's lovely. Can we sleep? Probably not. It's not a thunderstorm, is it? No. I want to make a bacon shop. Not bacon shop. A bacon. I'm not going to shoot the cat. Don't worry. A bacon creating area. It's going to create bacon out of thin air. Yeah, we'll keep telling ourselves that. And it's going to go in this area right here. I've kind of worked up a little bit of a design in my creative world, and it's going to go inside these blocks right here. I don't have a build design for the outside of it. It's just going to be basically the guts that I'm going to be making today. And at some point, I'm going to have to get a bunch of pigs over here, because you can't make bacon without the pigs. And turkey bacon's not real. Don't believe anyone. All right, so I'm going to gather up some resources, and let's get into a time lapse. And there we have it. This is the basic structure of the farm done. Each one of these areas is going to have 2 pigs in it. You just walk around and you're going to, you know, put your carrots in their mouths or whatever you want to use to breed them. And then the water pushes the babies out. And basically this is how it works. Really? That's how you're going to do it this time? Why aren't you going to work this time? This stuff? What? Thank you. Basically, there we go. So the baby gets pushed out. And then they get pushed into the middle. When they grow up, they burn in the lava. And then the little thing throws them out. And there we go. We get our fish. Of course, that's going to be bacon once this thing is actually operational. But we have a lot of pigs to get because there's 1, 2, 3, 30 spots for pigs. Don't tell Steam it's going to be like 60 pigs. Maybe we won't fill it completely up. But it's going to take a bit of work to get that done. But, yeah, the basic structure is here. Of course, I'm going to have to do some nice build on the outside. But I've kind of gone with, like, this stepped pattern. Should make it easy to design. Yeah, I think it's going to go well. But, unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Consider subscribing. Turn on those notifications so you never miss another one of my videos. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, join my Discord channel, and hope to see you guys in this Lands of Zankar. Until next time.